In the Dead Space games, there have been references to the various media in the franchise, and while exploring through the crew deck of the USG Ishimura in the Dead Space remake, something had caught my eye, a poster for a music festival known as Beyond Metal Fest, with the band releasing an album. However, it's the songs that holds something to be seen. So let's journey together to find the truth to these songs and the references they hold. The two subheadings are references to the state of the body's decomposition, with the rigor mortis being the stiffening of the muscles in the first 36 hours after the point of death. Untouched in death, however, seems to refer to what the church does when their own dies, freezing the bodies so that they will ascend when convergence comes, with untouched meaning that they haven't been tainted by the decomposition process and haven't decayed. The song, known as Vector of Illness, is a reference to Nicole's research on Lexine's brain scan, as she talks about the vector's replication patterns, which convinces her that she can create a cure for the recombination virus. However, it could also be referencing what Marla says in the Dead Space Colony comic, where she says, but it only spreads through a specific target vector. Necrotic flesh, it infects dead bodies. The song, known as Concerted Exaction Consortium, is a reference to the hyper-capitalist nature of the CEC, where they seem to put profits and income ahead of all other concerns. The song, known as Culled Prey, could be referencing the markers or the Brethren moons, specifically choosing which species they go after next, especially giving the markers purpose to wait until a species has grown to a specific level of intelligence and technological height before attempting to convert the species into necromorphs and then into a Brethren moon, effectively farming the species only for them to be slaughtered, hence the name Culled Prey. Unwilling Prophet seems to reference Michael Osmond's disdain towards the sudden appearance of the Believers, people who begin to worship the black monolith that was heralded as a marker by these people. They would claim that Michael had seen it, whatever it may have been. Michael would be heralded as their prophet, but he wouldn't want to be their prophet, hence the name, as he was quite unwilling of the role prophet. Elschatologos is a reference to the end of days that humanity believes themselves to be in, or at least the end of days is to be imminent. The belief eschatology is an actual belief in our world that concerns expectations of the end of the present age, human history, or of the world itself. Those who hold the belief will look to warnings of the end of days in other religions or other cultures to determine when that time may come. Dark Pillars seems to be a reference towards the markers with their past being shrouded in mystery, a silent puppeteer being shrouded in darkness, with their abilities holding many dark themes that are disturbing to those who come into contact with them. However, it could also be a reference to the pillars in the underground city or machine on Tau Volantis that held marker scriptures on them. Murdered Messiah is a reference towards the martyr of Michael Altman, which had been manufactured by Markov and Stevens, the founders of Unitology, who forced a brute onto Michael, which kills him after a lengthy battle, which if one were to force someone to fight an animal, or in this case a necromorph, with the intention of the person being killed, this is considered manslaughter or third-degree murder. However, it could also be a reference to the general belief after the act that Altman had been murdered by the government to silence his words of the marker, as in death he became Unitology's Messiah. Convergence Rejects seems to be a reference to the Unitologists who become aware of what the marker really does and rejects the transformations as divine, and instead begins to see what we all see about the markers. However, it could also be a reference to Isaac rejecting Convergence in Dead Space 3, as he defeats the moon, halting Convergence on Tau Volantis, ending the event. The song known as Enigmask is a reference to the highest rank of the church, with that being the Enigma, who are shrouded in mystery, wearing cloaks with hoods and masks to hide their identities, hence the name Enigmask, with Enigma and Mask being stitched together into a single name for the song. Child of Chicxulub is a reference to Dead Space Martyr, with the child being known as Chava, who was introduced in the first chapter of the book, with him discovering a necromorph hunched over on the beach, and with the help of the Bruja and the townsfolk, he had managed to burn the huffing and coughing Weezer necromorph. Later in the book, he talks to Altman about the event and other things to do with the tail of the devil, as if being a messenger. The song Black Beaks is a reference to Dead Space Salvage, with the team of pirates being known as the Magpies, which do have black beaks. However, one of their ships was also known as the Black Beak. And finally, the song known as Soul Cleanse is a reference to one of the steps of joining the religious cult of Unitology, which has been described to be a very painful process to complete. However, there isn't much else to go off of here. And that's it for the references, and I've got to say that it is very interesting to have the team from EA Motive to go out of their way in referencing what Visceral Games had brought to the table. But what do you all think of these references? Tell me in the comments section below. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, then hit the like button. Comment what you thought about this video down below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Sign up to join the British Alliance today by hitting the subscribe button and ringing in the notification bell to receive all updates from the channel. A special thank you to all of my channel members for your extra mile support. It certainly does help in content creation, and I appreciate all of you. And if you would like to become a member today, play and share in the exclusive benefits, then hit the join button and see which of the tiers sounds right for you. And I will see all of you among the cosmos, and be sure to have a good one.